Today I'd like to take you to a story found in Genesis 16. That's a really moving story, and it says a lot about God and our relationship with Him. It's found in Genesis 16, and it's the story of Hagar running out into the wilderness. She's been mistreated by Sarai, which will later be Sarah, because she's become pregnant with Abraham's child. And Sarah can't stand it, so she is awful to her, mistreats her. And Hagar runs out into the wilderness, and she runs out without any resources. She doesn't know what she's going to do. She begins to cry, and this is when the angel of the Lord comes. Now, I personally believe this is probably Jesus Christ appearing before Hagar. And he calms her, and he says, Hagar, you need to go back and submit to Sarai, but understand I'm going to multiply your offspring, and I'm going to do it at such a rate that they will be innumerable. You won't even be able to count them. And then Hagar understands that God is watching her. God is literally looking out after her. Verse 13, it says, you are a God of seeing. For she said, and speaking of Hagar, she says, truly, here I have seen him who looks after me. Right then and there, she names a well or a spring beside her. Beer la Hiroi. We don't pay a lot of attention to that name because it doesn't mean a lot to us in English. But in Hebrew, it literally means the well of him that lives and sees me. Hagar has said a lot in just a few verses. First, she understands the truth that God sees us. He notices us, that we are important. From the most prestigious person down to the lowly, rejected slave girl. And second, we can see God. She recognizes God is looking at us and we can see Him. We can know Him through Scripture. We can know Him through the love of others. David says the whole earth declares Him. The whole universe speaks of His majesty and who He is. And Paul in Romans says that it's hardwired into us. This God, you are a God of seeing, and we are a God that can recognize Him. Isn't that a wonderful thought for the day? That we serve a God who's looking out after us, who sees us in our distress and in our victories. And we can know Him. We can see Him also. We can have a relationship with this God. God bless your day. I hope you're having a great one.